Hello, people of the internet. My name is Self-explanatory Magic, and today I'm going to bring you a deck profile of my Clownblade Aggro deck. I haven't come with a video in a while. I've been sick. I finally got over it. Thank Lord, because absolutely awful. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even play Yu-Gi-Oh! But I finally got around to building a deck that I might play at the regional. I'm not sure what I'm going to play yet. I have like 40 decks. I have multiple deck ideas. I'm working on tweaking multiple decks, trying to get cards, and I can't really because I'm in tennis season at the moment. Getting cards is really hard because I can't go to locals. I don't have any money. Alright, enough of my sob story. Let's get to the profile. 3 Terror Top, Takaton board. The reason you're playing this in the Clownblade deck is because, again, this is an aggro deck. You are literally just pushing 8k on board and praying to God it's enough. But the reason you play these cards is to make Totem Bird, and Totem Bird just says to your opponent, no, and that's what you want to do to your opponent. So that's why I play it. And then 3 Assault Halberd, 1 Thousand Blades, get a level 4 on board, and this is why it's called Clownblade, because the clown in this is a rank 4. So, and plus they're rotor targets, so it's pretty good. For the Perform Mages, 3 Half Tricker, it's the best one in this deck. But I'm also playing 3 copies of Trick Clown. I'm running a lot of discard outlets, so playing this is really good just because you can bring it back with a discard outlet. And I'm also playing a couple of Floodgates to slow my opponent down, so that way my 8k damage will go through. You'll see in a little bit what I'm playing, but... And then I'm playing the 1 Perform Mage Mirror Conductor. This is to out Monarchs because that deck's annoying and that deck's still around. And because they're playing either Vanities or Majesty's Fiend, depending on which one they have, you can either summon it and switch the stats, or put it in the scale and switch the stats. So either way, you're going to out the Monarch. So, for a minute, sorry about that, just closing out a little advertisement. 3 Goblinberg. I don't draw this card enough, surprisingly. It's one of the best monsters in the deck, but I never draw it, which is really weird. But it's an instant rank 4 if you have a level 4 in hand, so. Really? Go away, advertisements. I fucking hate you. Anyway, I'm playing 2 copies of Gigabyte, 1 copy of Nefarious, and 1 copy of Inari Fire. These are just the rank 4 spammers, I guess. Gigabyte's the best one, because I thought about cutting the Inari Fire for a 3rd Gigabyte, but I decided to play the Inari Fire because it could, bring itself back, and it has utility, so those are, the spellcaster-specific summoners that I play. 1 Zephyros. You can bounce your continuous stuff with it to get it back, and it's, a level 4, so. The 1 copy of Radioactive Singing Lanius, this may seem really weird to you, but because you're throwing Xyz down rapidly, if you open Terror Top this, and any other level 4, say Trick Clown, you just have an amazing board. And I thought about playing 4 Strix in the extra deck just to search this, that way you automatically have fodder for it, but you don't need to, so I'm only playing 1. And then last but not least, 1 Gravekeeper's Commandment. It is a spellcaster, so it works with all the spellcaster summons, and I'm playing Necro Valley in the deck, so you can get it, you can discard it, get the Necro Valley, or you can activate Necro Valley, summon it, and then it's on 2100, and your opponent can't do anything about it. That's it for the monsters at 25. 2 copies of Necro Valley. You don't need your graveyard, really. All your stuff like Trick Clown, Thousand Blade, Zephyros, they're card effects that bring themselves back. It doesn't target other cards, so Necro Valley can't stop them. And just slowing down Cosmo, slowing down Burning Abyss, slowing down PK Fire, slowing down Blue Eyes, that's what you need to do in order to beat those decks. And Necro Valley is a really good way to do it. 2 Wonder Wand, draw power, and it can trigger Trick Clown. 2 Monster Reincarnation. Card's actually really good in this deck. You pitch a Trick Clown, you can get back a Gigabyte. Trick Clown summons itself, then you have Gigabyte, and then you've essentially wasted no advantage, and you get to make a rank 4, so that's really good. 2 Instant Fusion, which really wish I had 3, but I don't, so. 1 Upstart, Rhoda, 1 Day of Peace. This card's really good in this deck because with a Trick Clown, you won't take any damage when you summon it, but unfortunately it won't trigger your Thousand Blades. The 1 Reasoning, this card's actually kind of good, but it's really in here as a 40th card, just so that you can really side it out if you have to. And then 1 Foolish Burial, the best spell in the deck. You just get to send whatever you want to the graveyard, usually Thousand Blades. And then I play 2 Traps, and their Breakthrough Skill. Just because it has utility, you can banish it from the graveyard, negate a Vanity's Fiend, negate Majesty's Fiends, negate whatever you want. Sure, Necro Valley stops it, but the thing is, you're not always going to have Necro Valley every game, and sometimes you side out your Necro Valleys and your breakthrough skills, so it won't matter. So that does it for the main deck. It's 40 cards. Pretty straightforward. You have a game plan. Your plan is to make a lot of rank 4s and then just deal a shitload of damage to your opponent. That's the way the deck is built. I've been playtesting it a decent bit on Dev Pro at the moment. It sucks that the servers are down because I can't really playtest a lot with the deck, but the deck doesn't really brick. You get those hands on occasion where it's like Y, where you open 2 breakthrough skill, but majority of the time you have a hand where you can make Totem Bird rank 4, just 2 rank 4s, and that's really what you want with this deck. So moving on to the extra deck, wherever I put it, it's over here. For Instant Fusion, the 1 Nornin, I thought about playing another Instant Fusion target, but you're only using Instant Fusion as a combo piece, and I've never drawn 2 Instant Fusion at least, so you only need Nornin. If you want to play another level 4 or Thousand Eyes, go right ahead. Oh, wrong card. Totem Bird. The reason I'm playing Speedroids, because this deck loses to Aggro, so you can summon this and make your opponent deal with it. For the rank 4s, Cowboy for Gain. Dweller, because it's Dweller, and Norton will make it 2200, and Gigabyte, because Gigabyte's a water. Samurai to push, because it's 3800 damage by itself. Castel to out Floodgates. It can out Anti-Spell. It can out stupid shit like Rivalry. Also, the Fiends, if you've negated their effects. Excalibur for Cosmo, because you play a lot of warriors. 101, because this card's still good, and it can avoid destruction, and that's really good in this format. King of the Pharaoh Imps to search your Gigabyte. Ragna Zero, because a lot of things switch attack and popping Dante is fun. Kieran Gorgon, because sometimes they're going to Twin Twister your Necro Valley, and that's all they target, and then you can chain this and be like, nope, target your own card. 1 Trapeze Magician, because making your opponent's attack twice is fun, and you can OTK with this card, and it floats. Dark Rebellion, because one of the best rank 4s in the game. Gem Knight Pearl, in case lose 1 turn exists, because that card actually hurts you, so this is just an automatic out to it. Or Skill Drain. And then 1 F-Zero, because sometimes you will have 2 rank 4s on board, and you want to get rid of them. I went through that pretty fast, but what do you want me to do about it? Like, this action deck's pretty standard. Moving on to the side deck. I'm running 2 copies of Speedrun Menko. These are searchable through Terratop, because Terratop says search a Speedrun monster. So Terratop can get Menko, and you automatically have protection for the turn. And plus, it's just a level 4, 2000 defense. Your opponent doesn't expect it from you. 2 Lancia. Fire King Cosmo is really annoying. Any Cosmo variant is super annoying. Also, the 2 Dark Holes. If I'm going first or if I'm going second, it depends on when these get sided in for Cosmo, because I'm already mainboarding the Necro Valleys. But if I'm going second, I side in Lancia, Dark Hole, take out Necro Valley, command it. But if I'm going first, I don't side these in. Instead, I side in the Menkos, because usually I open Terratop, Menko, protect myself. And plus, like, this deck already has a pretty decent Cosmo matchup, just because you have so many ways to slow the deck down. Demise Cosmo is annoying, but whatever. 2 Chalice. Monarchs, Blue Eyes, any sort of rogue deck, really good against. 2 copies of Fairy Wind for Pendulum. Mostly Metal Flow, because that deck's annoying. And this can be used against rogue decks, Demise decks. I also side in 3 Decree against.
You need cold medicine?
No, I'm good.
Alright.
3 Decree for Demise decks, just because you can flip this, they lose. If I'm signing in Decrees, I'm signing out Breakthrough Skills, because I don't want too many traps, because I am a combo deck. I just want to be able to slow my opponent down, so that's why I'm playing the Decree. And then 2 copies of Grand Horn of Heaven. Quick side note here. Whenever you side in your traps or your chalices, you always side out Breakthrough Skills, because the card is a game 1 utility to stop Floodgate monsters. Fossil Dyna, Majesty's Fiend, Vanities, those are the cards that really say you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! And you don't want to deal with that shit. But you don't want to run 8 traps in your deck, you are a combo deck. Now sure, you could have 8 traps in your deck and not draw them. But you can also open 5 traps and just not be able to play. So if you side in traps, you side out Breakthrough Skills. And these are just like the best traps. For this deck, these are the cards you want to stop your opponent. Pendulum Scales, Floodgates, all traps, and Pendulum Summons, because Pendulum Summons really hurt. Like, if your opponent goes Pen 3, Pen 4, and it's like Kieran Avion, Pensork, you just negate it, and you win, so. So anyway, guys, that is my current build of Clown Blade Aggro. Again, this deck is very aggressive, very linear. Your goal is to 8k damage on board, and then you pray to God it's enough. But there is some protection, there is some versatility. The deck is solid. I give it like a 6 out of 10. It does have consistency issues, and it's very combo-centric. But if you get a good opening hand, and you know what you're doing, the deck is very good. So, let me know what you think of the deck in the comment section down below. Give me suggestions, give me tips. Let me know if you guys are going to the Garden City Regional, because I'm going to be going to that too. And I might be playing this deck. I don't know yet. Anyway, my name is Nick from City Magic. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.